what's up? My name is Daniela and welcome to a new vlog. So I realized I haven't vlogged for a while and I do kind of miss it. So we're starting a new one. So today is Tuesday, February the 2nd, and I guess we can start with the reading update, although okay, I haven't finished a book this year, okay? And it's fine, but I've been reading. So the book I've been reading is Astrid Parker Doesn't Fail by Ashley Blake. And I'm on page 178. So I did start this like early January, and then I just was in a reading slump, I guess. And then I put it down, and then I didn't read absolutely anything on my holiday to Gran Canaria. But then when I came back, I'm slowly getting back to it. So just reading a few chapters a day basically, and you know, maybe in the second half it often happens that like I'm reading the first half of the book slowly, and then once I get to the second half I can like finish it in a day. Which hasn't happened, but you know, let's make it a goal for this week to finish this book. So this is book 2 in the Brightful series, and if you've seen my best books of 2023, which is a video that should be up by this point, book 1 called Delilah Green Doesn't Care was, you know, in my top 10. Why am I spoiling my own video? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah, so continuing with the series, I got the books 2 and 3 for Christmas, I think. It already feels like a long time ago, but I think I did. And yeah, this is an adult sapphic romance, and we follow Astrid, who is Delilah's stepsister. And in the first book, she wasn't very likable because we didn't get to know her at all. She was really closed off, kind of pictured like a rigid person. And, you know, she didn't even let her best friends in, so yeah, I didn't really get any sense of her personality. Astrid is an interior designer, and she has her life lined up by her mother, who is really controlling, not very nice. And Astrid starts working on this new project, which is a renovation of this old hotel, and it is owned by the Everwood family, and the granddaughter of the current owner is our second main character called Jordan. So what we're dealing with in this book is that Astrid, as I said, is very much under the influence of her mother, and she starts to question her life choices and starts to really discover some things about herself, also possibly about her sexuality, because she thought she was straight. And Jordan, she was actually married and it didn't end well, and she's not 100% over her wife yet. Oh, and this book starts by Jordan running into Astrid and like accidentally make her spill coffee on her favorite dress on the first day of the new job. So yeah, so they certainly didn't hit it off from the beginning, but now they are getting closer. And yeah, as the first book, this one is so much fun, but also we're getting really deep with the emotions and the character development and the dynamics. And yeah, I'm really much enjoying it. Like, even though I'm reading it super slowly, I'm really enjoying it. In other news, my whole apartment is currently a big mess because I'm doing a decluttering video separate from this video, and there are just piles everywhere, and I'm trying to like post things into Facebook groups for people to pick them up, and so far no one is responding, and yeah, it's a whole thing. But yeah, there's a pile, then like there's a pile. Here are the groceries that I need to finish unpacking. So far I only did the freezer and fridge thing strategically, and then the kitchen is a huge mess, and then there's another pile. So the dishwasher is running, the dishes are clean. This is just one pot that didn't fit in the dishwasher, but will go in the next round. My tea is brewing, I'm having some mint tea. I took out the trash and I also tidied this area. So yeah, I just put all of the things that I want to give away in boxes, so it's much more organized and tidy at least, but I really hope I will be able to get rid of the stuff. Also tidied this area, so now I have a stack of books here. So obviously my current read, and then I have my library hauls. So I got Such a Fun Age by Kylie Reid. Been wanting to read this for a long time. And then I got Babel by R.F. Kuang. Also quite intrigued about this one. I think it's like till the end of February, so it's pretty chunky, and with my current reading speed it might be a challenge. But yeah, those are the books. And I guess I will do one of these crosswords to relax for a bit in other way than going on social media, you know. So I got this in Las Palmas on Gran Canaria, and yeah, it's all these typical, I don't know if there's a specific word for it in English. In Czech we just say like 8-direction crossword, and yeah, each one is on a specific topic, and then you have all of the vocabulary. So yeah, I will eventually look up the words. I mean, these are countries, but these are like well, it's like restaurant, but I did one and that was like furniture, and I didn't know all of the words. So yeah, eventually I will look them up. I almost never do some sorts of crosswords, but I just saw it there at a stationery shop and it looked fun. And I wanted to buy something small because I only had a personal item and not even a carry-on. So yeah, I needed small things to buy, and yeah, it can be quite relaxing. Hello, it is Thursday. I just came home from work at noon because I'm developing a cold, so I'm gonna work from home this afternoon and tomorrow, which is annoying, but also the weather is absolutely atrocious, like snowing, raining, wind, disgusting. So I don't really mind some chill time in, although I did want to go to an event tomorrow night, but it happens every month, so I've been trying to catch it for a while, but anyway, I just wanted to show you some new books I got. So actually in the past 2 months I acquired 2 cookbooks, which are my first cookbooks. And I got this one for Christmas, but I don't think I showed it in a video. So I got the 20-minute vegan quick easy food that just so happens to be plant-based. I feel like I mentioned it in a video, but anyway. This is by Callum Harris, and yeah, it's a vegan cookbook and it's absolutely stunning, and I also love the format, and yeah, stunning pictures, and it is really easy to cook from. I've already done quite a few recipes from this and I have several more planned, but for some of them I need a food processor, so I'm going to be buying a food processor really soon and then making more recipes from this one. But yeah, really enjoying this one. And then yesterday I read another one, and that is Make It Vegan by Madeline Olivia. So Madeline Olivia is a vegan YouTuber, and I've been following her for years and years, like before the pandemic for sure. And this is a cookbook, so yeah, and some of her recipes like I started making years ago, and some of them I made like for years every single week. Then some of them I kind of got sick of, but you know, that's not the recipe's fault. That's just like me eating the same food over and over again and eventually getting sick of it, which is, yeah, happens. I'm very excited about this one. I'm not sure if I'm going to love the format, because like the font is pretty small, especially the ingredients. So it's not like as in writing, so it feels like maybe I will have to like squint at it a bit while cooking, but yeah, we will see. I'm definitely excited to make something from this as well. I think I kind of already did one of the recipes because like Madeline showed it in a video, but yeah, overall this year I'm really enjoying cooking from actual pretty cookbooks, and yeah, it's been really motivating, and it got me out of a cooking route when I just didn't know which recipes to make. Also, I'm making my database of recipes in Notion, which is also really helping because yeah, it just makes it a bit easier to meal plan and then grocery shop and everything. And then during the swaps I've been making, I acquired Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood, which is a book I definitely want to read, but this is the Czech edition and I really don't know if I want to read it in Czech. I might not want to read it in Czech, but yeah, I can just add it to the books that I'm bringing to the secondhand bookstore to sell. I guess I can also show you what else arrived yesterday, because I made a bigger order because I had to order the cookbook from Germany. But yeah, I got this bulk protein powder. This is pea protein isolate vanilla flavor. So yeah, it is a vegan protein powder. I don't really do like protein shakes or anything. I'm just adding protein powder into like porridge and smoothies and stuff, and usually I just use hemp protein powder from DM Drogerie, but yeah, I just wanted to switch it up. Also, some of the recipes have like vanilla protein powder, so yeah, wanted to try this one and yeah, be able to add it to recipes where the vanilla might be better than the hemp maybe. And then I started to get some travel backpacking essentials. So yeah, I started solo traveling this year. Already been on one trip. Now I have several more planned. And yeah, I don't really have the standard stuff for traveling that like all of the girlies are recommending. So firstly, I got this pair of like flexible locks, because apparently it's very handy in like hostels when you need to lock up your stuff. And I can even use this like in Prague for gyms and stuff. So yeah, people really recommend these, that like because they are flexible, they are supposed to fit everything. So yeah, we will see. And it's combination not key, which also sounds quite practical. And then I got some sleeping masks, which is something I wanted to get into like regardless of travel, because I tried some like in the past, didn't love them. Then I haven't used one in years, but I could definitely benefit from them, because like I'm very sensitive to light, and often like even when I'm sleeping at home and I have like blackout curtains, but they don't go all of the way, so there's still light, or like if I'm sleeping anywhere else, or for the plane. So yeah, just could be really practical if I find one that I really like. So I ordered this one, which is like 3D, so it's not like supposed to sit on your eyeballs, so that is potentially promising. And this is called the Unisleep 3D mask. Also, I accidentally ordered 2 of them, so hopefully I like them. I will report back. And then a second one I got is, okay, I have no idea how to pronounce that. It's like Vidus, something like that. And there's also included earplugs. That's another thing I need to sort out, because like I'm super sensitive to noise, especially at night. And yeah, I'm not really using earplugs at the moment. I got the Loop earplugs. I have them right here, and I got 3 kinds of earplugs from Loop. I got the experience ones, which are these ones, and those are for concerts, and those I really like. They're really great at lowering the volume but not distorting the music in any way. So yeah, they're really great. Then I have the Engage ones, which are like for conversations. I use them over Christmas, and those are kind of, I don't think they're like blocking that much, but yeah, kind of helpful. And then I have the Quiet ones, which are supposed to be like the best for cancelling noise. Well, not cancelling noise, but just lowering volume, and like you're supposed to be able to sleep with them. I either haven't figured them out, like you have like different sizes, and then like putting them on can be a bit tricky. So either I haven't figured it out and they just weren't blocking almost anything, and they weren't super comfortable like to be able to sleep in them, or they just don't work for me. So yeah, for sleeping I need to figure out something else. But anyway, I hope that I will actually feel well enough to read during the next few days. So I am here to wrap up this vlog. So last night I did finish my book. Yay! So that's first book of this year finished. Astrid Parker Doesn't Fail, aka the second book in the Brideful series, is done. And I ended up really loving it, and I gave it 5 stars. So basically I really liked Astrid as we got to know her, and her character development in this book was insane, like where she started and how it ended, like absolutely amazing. As I mentioned, Astrid explores her sexuality in this one, and the book talked about compulsory heterosexuality, aka comphet, which is the concept that we grew up in society that automatically expects you to be heterosexual. And so it's one of the reasons why a lot of women grow up and only realize as adults that they are attracted to women, either only attracted to women or also attracted to women as well as men. And it was great because I don't think we get to see this that often in books. Like Astrid is, I think, 30 and she's, you know, just made this big discovery, and she has a full-on identity crisis, like not only about her sexuality but also about her career. And basically, as she realizes that she's been living, like as her mother said, she's beginning to question all of her life decisions, and yeah, she's just thinking about a lot of stuff, and I absolutely loved to see it. Although I wouldn't say it like during reading the first book, because back then we didn't know anything about Astrid. Like once we got to really know her and yeah, followed her through her journey, I would probably say that maybe I can relate to Astrid in some aspects. Jordan, not so much. I mean, she's this force of nature and she's a carpenter, so like she can literally build you a house, you know. And while reading this, I just felt so home at this world, and yeah, I just loved reading about all of these characters, not only these two, but like everyone from the friend group. And yeah, they are so close-knit group, such a like found family. And this book wasn't perfect. Like I read some criticism on Goodreads and I would definitely agree with some of that. Let's say when like the characters, like when Jordan acted certain way towards Astrid that maybe wasn't ideal, and then like it wasn't shown how they talked through it, and like the plot, like the renovation kind of drama, like I wasn't that invested into it. So yeah, I can agree that like it isn't perfect like technically, but like emotionally and like when it came to the character development and the romance, I really loved it. And yeah, now I really can't wait to read the third book in the series. So yeah, that was the end of this vlog. It is currently Sunday night, so I will probably start a new one tomorrow or on Tuesday. I'm curious if you have read a book from the series or if you're interested to pick it up. Let me know what your first book of 2024 was, even though for you it was probably a while ago. Not everyone is like me and only finishing the first book in February. But anyway, like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you next time. Bye!